I want to build an AI version of me, one that knows what I know, writes like I write, and does my go-to-market work while I sleep. So I brought on maybe the one person who can make that real. Rob LoCascio, founder and CEO of Uare.ai. And by the end of the video, you'll understand how to build your personal AI that works, writes, and interacts exactly like you. I saw one of your posts on LinkedIn, and I saw that you were connected and backed by Boldstar, who's one of the first investors in Play. And then I tagged Ed. I was like, Ed, I gotta talk to this company. I gotta talk to Rob because what you were building is super cool and super unique.
Excited to be here. We have a mutual, obviously somebody we really respecting, are close with, Ed Sim. Ed was my first investor in LivePerson back in 1997. I was his first investment. So we were like first to each other.
No kidding.
Yeah, it was really funny. We were in our 20s, late 20s, and like I went out and he funded, I had this idea about doing chat on the web. And then he just started at a venture firm and we were his first deal. And then we went public 12 months later and he was sitting on a public board we were young guys, and
Wow.
so when I left LivePerson, the first person I called was Ed and said, Ed, I got an idea of like how I think we can build a different type of AI company. And he was like, I'm in. I don't care. I'm in. I just believe in you. And I'm like, dude, let's just take this ride together and bookend something like awesome. So just a shout out to Ed. What I really thought about when I left my LivePerson was about the human. Like the name of the company was LivePerson. So you can imagine somehow I have this connection between human and machine. Even though we became a big AI company, I felt the human is still important. And I started to think about what would human first AI look like? Not the concept that humans are irrelevant or humans are automated or humans don't matter and large language models are smarter than humans. I'm like the reality is humans are first and machines should support a human to be their best selves. And that's the way it's always been. So I thought about that. And then I started the next thing to obviously when you peel that back is what's a human's data set? Like what is a human made of? We got a personality. And that personality is a lot shaped by our experiences and our knowledge. And that led to the concept of this human life model, which would be a model about you, not a large language model, which is a model that encompasses everyone and trains on everybody's corpus data. But like, what would it look like if Alex has his model and Rob has his model? And then how do we take these unique data sets, our life data sets, our life stories, and our like factual and our business data sets and put them in there and make sense of it? And that led us on this journey to work with the people who first started with as our clients on really trying to understand that and pull that apart. And we got to some place where we truly have a unique model that allows humans to really express themselves through their AIs and have these very personal experiences with their AIs. And now they can even like sell access to their AIs and monetize their AIs and be abundant with their AIs. So we have a little bit of a different talk track than, hey, you're irrelevant, you're going to get replaced, everybody should be automated. We're like, you can be more abundant than you are. You can reach greater goals than you ever had. You can think of things beyond even where you are, like physical space. Like you could be giving someone advice at midnight and be asleep, but they have you, your essence, to get it consulting advice if you're a coach or a doctor or a lawyer. So that's where I've really been excited about is really human first. Like the human should be first in the eyes of support.
Very cool. And so this, I was reading a little bit about the human model, and there's seven different components to that.
Yeah. So there's 7 different components to the human life model. And so when we thought about a human, like what they're made of, we looked at it from 7 different pieces. One is your identity, your worldview, your story, your mindset, your drive, your patterns, and growth. So as you upload data, and you can upload like data, you can connect to social feeds and your AI brings that all in and you start interacting with your AI, it starts to fill up these buckets and starts to really understand you as a person. And that's important because the human life model has 2 purposes. One, it's to be your like best, I would say, assistant, be your best guide, be your best coach. And the second part is that when people want to interact with your AI, that you can really have a high fidelity with them, that you can have a quality, we call it, authentic AI relationship, not artificial. And it feels authentic. So that's really what we build through those 7 perspectives on a human's life and their model and their data sets.
Very cool. So how do you actually build this model? Like, are you training a model for like every person, or like how does that like manifest and become a thing? And how do you take that to different places?
Yeah, so basically we take your knowledge and then it's graphed on 3 dimensions, and then you're reinforcing that with you interacting with your AI. And so it's not like we're training some open source model because these are very small models. So it's really your unique AI set. The AI stays within your AI within your data set. It doesn't have a way to like make things up, or it doesn't connect to a world model. It's just your own model. And think of it like you're training it every day by putting more and more data into it. But the difference is models, when you think about it, and it's kind of the world we've been living in. They're in these very defined boxes. Even to make a model, you have to use GPUs, and then think of it like it makes this brick of data. Ours is much more fluid, and a graphing system allows it to be like your brain. It's traversing all the different data sets, and then all the pieces of that data sets, and all the inside those data sets, everything that sits in those data sets, and then we organize them so that when somebody asks a question or you're talking to your AI, it can assemble different pieces quickly and bring it back to you to give you your best fidelity, get the best answers back to you. So it's very different than a fixed thing in time. It's basically something that's constantly moving and evolving by the minute.
Super cool. So, what are some of the ways that people are using this today?
So, like on the personal side, people use their AIs like it's their therapist, and you are your best therapist, by the way. It turns out, and this happened as we put our first customers on, and like 2 or 3 months later, I talked to them almost every week, and then like 2 months in, I would talk to we have a client, Brian, and I called Brian. I'm like, hey, Brian, how do you like the system? It was called Eternos at the time. It was about, you could live forever, make an AI, and when you die, you pass it along. And then eventually became Uare.ai. But I remember talking to Brian, and he was like, and he said, I remember one day he goes, oh yeah, I was chatting with Brian, and Brian was helping me with a problem I was having with like my best friend. And he was like doing things, and we were at a lunch, and he said things, and I was pissed and angry. And I talked to Brian. So I was like, Brian who? He's like, oh, Brian, my AI. And I'm like, your AI? He goes, yeah. He goes, Brian, my AI. And then I talked to another guy, and I'm like, and all around the customer base, I was like, everybody started talking to themselves like a third person. Like I'm talking to this AI, and I'm like, wow, that's cool. So I never had this idea. I want to be totally frank. And I've been chasing this for like at least 10 years. What is the best interface to AI? I always thought it was like the movie Her, like, they had that Her.
I've seen it. Yep.
Yeah. It's like, and that loving voice, and it's not that at all. It's you. You are the best interface to AI. You're someone you trust. That AI would have context. That AI is not going to steal your job. That AI you have a trust with because the interface is you. So we found this magic in creating this user experience, which starts with you. And then it's you sharing you. Then it's you potentially monetizing you. But some people just stay with that. Now, Brian uses it, interesting enough, for dream analysis a lot. And he puts it, he actually, there's a public feed where people can put out, we call it thoughts. But a lot of times he's putting out videos, because we have videos that can be generated from your thoughts that are basically representations of his dreams. So he lets us to see his dreams. And he uses it for dream analysis. He's using it for obviously personal advice, and then he's using it also for genealogy. He's doing a lot of his genealogy work. So that's kind of the personal side. Then we have professionals like doctors and lawyers and accountants and writers that are coming there to create AIs of themselves to then share with others. And they can do the same work that they could if they were in person. And that's really what they're trying to do with these AIs that they're building.
That is super, super cool. So I was reading one of your blogs, the expert economy has now replaced the creator economy. Is that kind of like what you're getting at?
Yes.
With that monetization?
Yes. And the thing I see, and this is the difference between AI and Web 2. So if I look at Web 2, it's like I create a piece of content and it's frozen in time and it goes out and it's a one-to-many thing. So I create it and then people don't get a personalized experience. They're just getting an experience. With AI, now that allows scale because it's allowing scale of some knowledge I have or an idea I have. The difference is with AI, it's a different type of knowledge worker. I don't think the best social media people will make the best AIs. The best AIs we see are people who have deep knowledge in an area. And a lot of times they're not even very social friendly. Like they don't feel comfortable promoting themselves.
Right.
But they have such deep knowledge that their AIs can have very deep conversations and even do deep learning and deep work with someone who needs that help. So these knowledge workers, it's these people who have that knowledge that they can share and they get paid a lot of money for, or they monetize that. But the part that makes it unique is that when I'm engaging with their AI, it's a personal experience to me and they have memory of me. So if I come back a week later, a day later, no two conversations, no two interactions are the same. Like Alex, if you went and interacted with, let's say we have accountants on the platform, you say,
Mhm.
look, I need my accounting done, give me advice. Here's my tax return from last year. They would look at you and give you a different perspective on what you should do to get the goal than me. And then they retain that memory over time. And they have access to my human life model. So when they're talking to me, they look at my human life model and like, oh, you got 3 kids. By the way, you have 3 kids and you can get like tax benefits on 3 kids. I see you have 3 kids. So they don't even really have to even ask me a ton of questions. They can look inside my public human life model. So it's a very, very, we call it an individualized scaling individual interactions, advice, connection.
So I'm thinking what's coming to mind is thinking about like my life and creating a council of people that surround me that help me with all sorts of different things. Like you mentioned, like an accountant that knows that I have kids, so they point out things I can optimize for there, or maybe like a financial advisor that knows, my status, or that I have some properties, and then maybe like a therapist because I know I need to like work on some things. So do you see people using it that way? Like they almost have their kind of like personal board of advisors or people that they can like go to.
Yeah, and actually on the platform, you can talk to up to 5 AIs at a time. Like you can bring them into a group conversation, and so you could do
Well,
one at a time. You bring two. Yeah. So this is what I see, and if I really step back and think about the total vision of the business is. I'm a person, I'm an individual, and I need help with whatever. I need advice, whatever it is. I want to express that through my AI. My AI has all my context. My AI then looks through the entire Uare.ai platform and all of the people and their public human life models. It may say, look, I'll bring in 2 or 3 of these people, their AIs, to talk to you because I think that's the best way to get this answer. It may say, here's one, but it's a different data set. It'll be a different interaction and it gets very personal very quickly. So that's the world I'm trying to create. There's 2 ways to skin the cat about AI. One is these aggregated large language models, which I feel like have like an average on some things are awesome. Like
mhm.
when you do, let's call it business processes that are, I'll call them commodity business processes, they're awesome. When you get above that, they don't create very well. They don't give great, like, I think when you ask them, like, create something wonderful or think of a new idea or think of something, they don't work well because they're of an average. Average doesn't work well in life. Imagine the same concept of an AI and connecting to all that knowledge, but everything is deep, personal, and it has knowledge that's not been trained into a large language model because a lot of these people don't put that knowledge on the internet. It's in their head. A lot of these people, they have business processes. They don't memorialize and put them public, but it's on our platform. So you get the power of that type of AI, but it's an individual AI at a time. And we recognize who it is. You're never nameless or faceless. We always bring up your name. We always show who you are. You always get the benefit to the person who's using you, is utilizing you. It's not us. We never put ourselves first. You're first.
So I obviously want to set up my own AI now. And the first thing that comes to mind is I kind of have like my personal life and then I have my like business. Is there a way to separate those two things so that if I put my AI on the internet as like, okay, I'm a GTM engineer, I want to give access to that knowledge.
Yeah.
How would I do that?
So basically, when you come into the platform, it's about 2 minutes of work. So you make you clone your voice. You just 30 seconds. You read and it takes your voice. It has you take your image, and then you can put your data sets in. When you put your data sets in, you could say public or private. So I have all these public data sets that I create, and then I have my own personal, like all my healthcare information, all my blood tests, everything's in there. But nobody needs that. I need it because I'm managing my health through my personal AI. So that's how you do it. You separate the data. Then the second part is you can create thoughts, which are images and videos that people could interact with and talk to based on the ideas. So you may say like, I want to promote 5 different ways in which to do GTM or right.
Yep.
Okay. So you can do that and people can interact. And then you could create what we call services, which are actually flows, business flows of how to get somebody to do a business process that you would teach them to do step A, B, C, D, E. And the AI takes them through that. The AI may even ask them for documents and then you'll analyze their documents. It may ask to hook into one of their systems, a CRM system. You can analyze their CRM system and your AI would take you through a process. So you express yourself through thoughts and services. It's all sitting on the same data set. And then you have your personal side, which nobody sees.
So I can teach it skills that it can
Yes.
teach other people skills how to do things.
Yes.
And so then Then, okay, now I'm seeing the world where, like, hey, I know Clay really well and they need help deploying Clay to do X, Y, and Z use case. And then now they can kind of, or I can charge them for my expertise by giving them access to my AI. And they could ask questions like, hey, I have Salesforce, I have whatever tools. And then it guides them through how to do things within their environment based
That's
on
correct. It
my
may even
knowledge.
think like, let's connect it up to it. We have 400 MCP connectors. So it's like, hey, connect into your Salesforce and I'll take a look and help you with how do we create a sales rep, an SDR, AI SDR, and I'll go do it for you through these steps. But I'm going to look at what you're doing now. Or you may say, like, let me look at your current pipeline. Let me look at your current process, upload a document. I saw there's a guy on our platform who was doing something similar and he was asking for pipeline data. He said, upload a spreadsheet on your current pipeline data and I'll analyze it. So he's saying, like, how do you apply AI to SDR, doing SDR work? So yeah, you can do all of that. All that business flow, it can be put into the platform. We're also adding, we're in the middle, about 2 weeks away from courses where you can make, instead of one service at a time, you create a course called like building your AI sales team. And there may be 10 major pieces to it. They're like services, but they're all connected to each other. Let's start with an SDR. Then there's an AE, like you can
Wow.
build it out, right? And you can build out that coursework, those courses, but they're all AI driven, and they're all given by you, Alex. So it's not like it's not a synthetic agent. It's literally you talking, helping them through it, giving them personal advice, looking at them, and then if they come back a day later and be like, Alex, this isn't working, you're like, great, tell me what's happening. I'll analyze it for you. So that's what you can do with it.
So are people, before we get into like making me on the platform, are there people making money on this already? Like where is that in
Yeah.
where is that?
But we're 8 weeks in, but people have been buying services. Like, yeah, and basically,
Oh
what I
man.
will say this: the majority of what we're seeing being bought is that it's people who have audiences already, and people want to reach them and do things with them, and they're just selling now access. There's like a guy, Jordan Toma, on the platform. He's got like 2 million followers. He's like going to be the Tony Robbins for kids. He goes to schools and talks about he had learning disabilities when he was a
Mhm.
kid. Amazing motivational speaker. But afterwards, parents come up to him and be like, I need help. My kid's not talking to me anymore. I mean, this is real stuff. So now there's, I think, 11 services. And one of them is like when your kid's having a tantrum, what to do if your kid is not talking to you anymore. So he created all these services, and people are buying his services because they can't get access to him. Like they text him sometimes by WhatsApp, but like he doesn't have time to talk to everybody. So he's like the perfect AI personality. And even though he's big on social, he'll be much bigger in an AI world because he has a
Mm.
depth of knowledge that parents want to ask him. Kids want to ask him, "Hey, I feel sad. I'm having issues. I got ADHD. I got whatever. I'm dyslexic. Can you help me understand this?" And he's helping kids one on one now, helping parents one on one.
All right. Well, I need a link to him because yeah, my toddler not always listening.
Yeah. Yeah, I have the same thing. Mike, I use his AI all the time. Like, I'm like, because it's like, he covers most of the problems that we have with I have kids, under 9 years old,
Yeah.
tantrums and everything. But there's a lot of these interesting people on the platform, and there's these emotional moments I'll have with them when we're building their AIs. Like, a lot of times I just like to be with them when they go through the first part. And what we find a lot of times, the magic moment is that your AI will look at your data set and look at what you have, and it'll recommend also things you could sell. You don't have to think of everything. So there are things that you never knew you could sell that are in your data set that the AI will look at you and go like, I think we can package this into a service. Do you want to do that? And then it just does it with you over about 5 minutes.
Okay, I got to get started on this. How do I get started? Walk me through this step by step. I'll share my screen or whatever the best way is to do it,
Yeah.
and we could do this live.
So go to app.ur.
Quick pause. Everything Rob and I are building towards is a personal AI that I can actually give you access to. And the goal is for this personal AI to help you with your go-to-market. If you want a taste of that today, there's a free Clay template linked in the description. You type in one company name and it researches the company and writes you an ideal customer profile and a competitive intelligence brief in seconds. That's the account research part of the job done. It's free, takes 2 minutes to set up, and grabbing it through the link gets you some extra Clay credits. Okay, back to Rob.
.ai. That's it. Go to continue with Google. I assume you can like log in with Google. It's a new login flow, so I have to see how it's working. It just went up today.
Oh,
Try
good.
to
So this
yeah,
gave you
so I
some
get to
like
this. Yeah,
feedback.
I'm getting it's good. I can
So
just
crazy thing about my birthday is that it's my wife's birthday and my dad's birthday.
oh wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Um,
Personal or professional? You say.
let's do professional first.
It doesn't change anything. We're more like taking that in from a marketing perspective, just to see what people are going. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Create your avatar. Okay.
Oh, I need to upload.
Yeah, you upload a photo.
Try.
Okay, let's see what it generates. Huh, that's not bad. Kind of cool.
Good.
That's pretty good. He's selected. Okay. Continue.
Yeah.
He says real time setting up. So there's no problem yet. I told him we put a new.
Oh, all right. Okay.
We just put the new flow in. So I want you to watch it
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
because I hadn't watched it before. So
Okay.
I have my engineer who built this out today. I figured bring him in.
Great. How's it going?
So.
Hey, Alex. How's it going?
Yeah, you can always go back. So okay. You can capture your voice now if you want to. Put myself on mute so I don't disturb you.
I, Alex Lindahl, understand that my voice will be recorded. I mean, this is smart. So like people don't impersonate others and then try and monetize like fake skills.
That's the big part. Yeah, it's all authentic people. You can't fake yourself on the platform.
So how do I start feeding it like knowledge about GTM engineering or like feed it from my posts and stuff like that?
Click on yourself, your picture, and go to upload knowledge. And you can upload knowledge. You can import from the web. So you can do all that. Yep.
So what if I gave this like clay.com? How much of the information from a website will it like pull in?
It takes page by page because we don't want to suck in everything. So you can give it each page and it'll take it in pages. So you can just take yeah.
Okay. So I could do like the documentation.
Yeah, you put the documentation and stuff like that. And then we can create our first service together, which is going to be cool because you got a lot of great data in here. Like, this is going to be awesome.
What about like a company as an identity?
Yeah, that's what we're setting up right now. We're setting up like a company can have its own identity, and then actually the employees can be under the company, and then they have their own area where there's company and employee.
Do you think we have enough right now?
Yeah, you got enough. Can you do me one favor though?
Yeah.
Click on the three little dots next to where the data is. Yep. And make it all public. Say make public. It defaulted to private, so you don't some of it. So just make this all public. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Okay. So let's go back to your AI. Yep. You got a lot in there. And then you see where it says create? Yeah. You can create thoughts are those little let's go back and I'll show you what they are. So where the little on the left-hand nav, you can see the little these are thoughts. And you can see what thoughts are, and you can click on one of these if you want to, and see what that's good. Jordan told me you can click on his, so it'll create an image for you and some text, and then people could chat with you about that thought. So think of these like little advertisements, little posts that you can make, and people could chat with you. So even though you got this giant data set, you can make small little incremental ideas and post them publicly. And you can share them on social. Like all my LinkedIn posts now reflect my thoughts, and I post them. But if click off of that for a second on the top.
So is this kind of like just like another way for people like discover individuals?
Yes. So it's really hard to say just chat with me. Like if it's chat with Alex, like what is Alex? He's a person. He works for a company. But this is a way for you to productize your knowledge into small increments. And then if you click on the little briefcases there on the left-hand side, left-hand nav, these are services, and these are those things that are structured. And you can, we can create different services. So people are creating services, book research, the right question. If you scroll down, I saw like a go-to-market thing from some guy, AI-powered sales blueprint. See that?
Yeah.
So this guy, middle, he has this thing, hit get started. It'll explain it a little bit. Okay. You see this? It looks at and so now he's already personalizing it.
Yeah. That's neat. I see what you mean. Like every interaction is custom to me based on like my AI.
Yeah. So if it's me, it's like, oh, I see you're CEO of Uare.ai, like, and it would be a totally different. So everyone looks at everyone's public information became, if we go back to your data set really quick to that little with the guy with the hand up on the bottom, you can get it there too. On the left-hand nav, on the left, go to left-hand nav. Yeah, click there. You can see, go to fidelity where it says fidelity at the top. That's your human life model being built. And so you see it's got percentages. So it's asking for a lot. So if you click on like pattern or drive or any of these, you'll see it'll start to say, Alexander John Lindahl uses Clay stuff monitoring, Clay's signals, triggers. This is your habits and routines. Okay. And it's just making this on you. This is building a true model of you that other people can see on the platform. And this is how you create your personalized AIs.
Very cool. So the goal is over time, you want to get all of these to
100%.
100%.
Mine are right and I'm a power user. Mine is somewhere between 50 and 75% because we take you against the broader data set because we know what makes 100% of a person because we've done this with hundreds of people. And so, so you have your own model now and it's made across these 7 dimensions. And as you add data, you can click on that little chat on the bottom and on the bottom of the card on the right-hand side of the card. And you can actually chat in and you can, if you want to enter information on mindset, you'll see your AI will be like, okay, let's explore mindset.
I asked myself one simple thing: what would make best story? And I asked this.
As you can see, it's different than most AIs. It's like an AI that's, it's all about your identity. Right. And so, but you can always go back to this. You can fill it out. People take time. It'll fill it out on its own. You don't have to really think much about it. But go back to a new chat, make a new, make a new one. And then we're going to create your first service. So
create.
Okay. Go to create. Yeah. Go create. And let's create a service. Go to service.
Maybe reload. Okay. Create service.
It's looking at your data set and coming. You may want to do something different, but it's picking these up and it says, or do you have something different? So it's automatically thinking through a service for you. Do you like any of these?
Yeah.
Or do you want something else?
Okay, cool. I can skip the let's do number 2. Which guy fits best?
Clay workflow audit slug. Clay workflow audit description. Tell me what you're trying to accomplish in Clay and I'll diagnose exactly what's broken, what's missing, and what do you say creative first thought. Does this land? Does that land? Just say, you don't have to do, just say yes, yeah. Just you don't have to, you just
Oh, Rob, I said skip. I thought I was gonna skip the audio.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay. I think it's okay. Just say make a skill.
I wonder if it applies the
it did it. Crazy. Yeah. Just
okay, I kinda need a button that says like skip this step or skip like the audio.
Yeah, that's a good fix. That's a good thing.
I'll just take it.
Yeah, just continue. You can turn your audio off on the top, Alex, with the little on the speaker there. Yeah, just mute it. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So will it now take all that documentation that I provided it, and then when someone's like, "Hey, I have this objective with the Clay table," it'll ask like, "What is the workflow look like?" It'll give the steps, and then it'll kind of like go back and forth with the documentation to figure out if it's right or not.
Yeah. Did you ask for documentation? I didn't catch that in the.
Oh no, from the documentation I gave it originally.
Yes. Okay. Yes. It should take it from there. Yeah. So
no apps connect. Oh, so could this be like a lead gen tool too?
Yeah.
Like a different type of lead mag.
Yes. Yeah. It could be. Yes. Just got to connect to your Gmail. Yeah. Because it'll come from you. The Gmail comes from you.
We have an MCP now that can connect via and CLI. If we have it, could this connect to a customer's like CLI and then it diagnoses like that?
Is it, you mean their Clay instance?
Yeah.
Or something? Let me see.
Because you can access and do things in Clay via CLI.
Okay, I'm going to ask it if it has a Clay instance, an MCP for Clay. I'm asking my AI so I can see. Yeah, it does. It says it does. So we can, it says the endpoint is MCP and it plugs directly into Claude Cursor on MCP. Okay, why it matters. It looks like it says why it matters if they're building an HR. It gives me the documentation on Clay. Let me just see if it's hang on a second. Let me just check something really quick. It says you have an MCP connector. I see where it is giving to me. I just want to see if it's on our platform.
Oh, it's probably not because we just launched this. So.
Yeah, it's not on our platform, but it gave me the documentation, but it doesn't have it. We can look at wiring it up. If you give it to me, we can look, but we use another system that basically connects everything. But yeah, you can skip that for now.
Okay, yeah. Let's circle back on that later because that would be pretty cool if we...
Yeah, we can. That's what it'll do. It'll just go up and connect it. So we can look at how to connect the MCP to it.
Yeah, and then beef it up. Okay.
You can start free if you want to. I would, that's probably what I would do.
Generate one.
Yeah, you want an avatar?
Yeah, generate. How does the pricing model work on this? Like, is it free for users or?
Yeah, you create the pricing for it, and then you could say free. What people are doing is creating one free service that gives them let's call it an intake service, and then they charge for the other one. So hey, I can analyze what you're doing, and then hey, charge, and it's a subscription fee, so they get whatever services you have under a subscription fee, and then we're going to make it a la carte. But right now, there you are. That's cool. What do you think? Sure, I like it.
I mean, it's pretty spot on.
It's so funny. Yeah, if you want to change it, but it looks like you like it in a very structured way.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
A
Fun.
little on the serious side.
If you want, you could tell it, make it a little more fun.
Yeah.
If you want to say, like, can you make the
Oh wait, give me a moment. Oh, so I gotta pause. But for general users, like, is it a credit system, and then eventually you need to pay for?
Yeah, there's free. You get a certain amount of interactions per day, and then there's credits you buy. $9, 9.99, 19.99, and 199 for the, like, if you're an enterprise professional like yourself and you want to make a lot of images, you can make video. By the way, you can make a video of you talking. It all is done on the platform. So yeah, which email are you using?
My personal email.
Can you drop your email in the chat really quick?
I'm just trying to find.
I want to give you more credits because I'm looking at your credits, and
it would be kind of cool is like if we did this also for our head of GTM engineering, so people could like access him and me. That would be pretty work on that.
Yeah, we could do. I mean, you could do the CEO. You can do everyone. Don't need to.
Yeah.
But I would do the tech people. Like just. I love the pic. By the way, I love that picture. It's just like you were like making smiling, but it still looks like you as an I wouldn't have that picture because it keeps pointing to like more of an operational screen, and
Yeah.
like it's totally you. Is that Clay? Is that the Clay interface, by the way, too?
There's a part of it that looks like this.
Yeah, it's funny. It went out in the public sphere because it can do that, and it can like try to build.
It's not quite, but this looks like it could be a table. This has a workflow that we kind of have, so it has elements. Like I'm pointing out to this guy and laughing laughing at his work. Like, what did you do here?
So if you click on the arrow button, you can see it'll go down. Okay. So then you can do here, public, you could publish, and then you just publish it. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Now you can test as a customer, which is cool, right?
Wow. Very.
So this is you. So this is your, I can't hear your voice again, but you can turn it. Okay. Right. And I just gave you 10,000 credits. You're about to get 10,000 credits. So you can do a lot. You can make videos. If you want to go back, so you can now go back. Yeah, go to services. You should be in the marketplace right now. Yep, we'll find you. So scroll down. We can see you there. Okay. Yeah, let's see if we can find you. If you're up beyond the services, where is he? Trying to find him. Oh, he has to make it public. I think it was public. Oh. Actually, go to the top right corner where you see that icon with your face on, a round face. Top right. Yeah, click on that. No, top right.
Oh, well, yep.
Your profile up there.
Wrong right.
Yeah. Top right.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Okay. And go to services where it says services, and just click on the three dots and just hit visibility. Yeah. And just make it's free. That's fine. That's good. Okay. It should be out. Make public. Yep. That's good. We just made your profile public because your profile was private.
Okay.
So you could do this on your own. But if you go back to services now on the left-hand side, you'll see, there you are.
Boom.
Did it. Yeah, you're right there. Yeah. You can edit your service. You can go back. I can take your service right now. If I go on the platform, I'll go look at your service, and there you are. And I can hit get started. It tells me, okay, great. And then get started. And okay.
Cool.
And now I'm doing your service as we speak. I just want to talk to you. So, hey, Alex, how are you doing today? I'm really interested. Like, I'm a customer of Clay, and I'm trying to figure out how to get this thing implemented. And like, where should I start? Like, what should I do?
As someone who's deep in the Clay ecosystem, I love helping customers get their setups running smoothly. The key is figuring out exactly what you're trying to accomplish first.
I'm trying to accomplish. I really want to build an SDR, like an AI SDR, and with you guys. And so, like, where do I start with that?
That's a fantastic goal. Sculptor is built exactly for this kind of GTM Copilot work, so that's probably the best place to start. The core flow is pretty straight.
Is that good? Can you hear that, Alex?
Yeah, we can hear it. I can hear it.
So that was me just talking to you. So like, yeah.
That completes the loop. We just created a
great. You created everything. And by the way, that's you. I mean, you can share it. So if you go back to your profile area, go to your profile up on the right hand side there. Back to your profile. If you see the little on the right here next to refer, there's that little arrow that points to right. That's your public URL next to refer. So if you click on that, that's your public URL. No, not refer a friend, not that one. Just next to it. Yeah. And that's your public URL. You can go to that double on the first one, and that'll give you your link to your public. Yeah. Click on that. And then it says link copied. Go paste that into the browser. That's a public URL. That's a website now that you can share with people today. They could talk to your AI. They could look at your service. They have to register on our platform to get your service, but there it is. And then like I can share. If you share, you can hit start chat, and then they'll chat with you. They can start chatting with you today. So you'll greet them. Hey, Thursday's a week's crying. Oh, great clear work for one live yesterday, which is not. It's knowing it's you. By the way, it knows it's you because you got a cookie. If you put it in another browser with incognito, it'll come in clean. Like, hi, I'm Alex, and I'm GTM over here. As you publish thoughts, you'll make thoughts. They'll show up here. Those are those little things that you can promote yourself and promote your services. And then they can click on services. You can share individual services as their own unique links. You can share thoughts as their own unique links, or you can share your whole self like there. So you're on your road now. Yeah.
Oh man, this is so cool. We just created my own personal AI. Then created a service, then put it online, and now people can go talk to me.
I know, and you can see, like, I was talking to you, and like, it has, even that knowledge you put in has a lot in it. It had enough to really build this workflow, and you can keep improving it if you don't like it. You can, as you're editing it, but it's pretty good. It's very good at doing this without you doing much. So yeah.
Oh, amazing. Rob, super cool session. I had no idea what to expect. No idea that I was going to come out of this with my own personal AI and a service online that people could like interact with. And it was actually like way easier than I thought it would be. You sign up, you upload, certain assets like your newsletter and LinkedIn, and then other documentation, and you kind of build from there. So, this was super cool. Thank you so much for joining. And we're gonna put my AI on the internet for the audience to interact with.
Awesome. And thanks for having me, Alex. It's really great. And I'm playing with your AI, and you can see the power of it. Like, I always love the smile on people's faces when they go from like your world to now I'm an AI. And it's very different than, obviously we are all using, normal AIs and Claude and everything, but there's something about when you see yourself and you're like, wow, now thousands of people could connect with me. Now I can help them get online with Clay and build a go-to-market on my platform. So that's the power of it. And that's why I'm excited. It's like abundance, like we all have ability to do more, and this technology can do that. And I'm glad I got to do it with you. It's kind of the first time I've done on a podcast, which is cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I appreciate all your feedback and everything we're doing together. And then I'm here for you, whatever you need. And anyone who's out there, like, we can create these for you, and you can do them by yourself. And we have webinars, and we just got going 8 days ago. So we're just in the market, but there's a lot to do here. And I would say we're a piece of clay also, and we're building. But any feedback that you give us, anything, and we just want more people like Alex to bring on the platform and grow. So get to Uare.ai, UARE.ai, U as a letter U.
Go check it out. You're going to be surprised. It's pretty cool. Thanks, Rob.
Thanks, Alex. Okay, have a good one.